Hello everybody and welcome to Drone Rich. Today we're going to be reviewing the JJRC H36. This is a little mini drone that is marketed towards people beginning flying drones or kids. I mean, it's a great drone for kids because, as you can see, it's got real thick propellers. It's hard to get hurt with these little propellers on this mini drone, and it's also got propeller guards, so that really helps as well. So this is the drone itself. As you can see, it's got a body that kind of looks like some of the bodies on the early tiny whoops, like the FPV. And you could put an FPV camera on this, but for the price, no FPV camera, it's totally worth it. It takes a little battery right here. The drone takes about 30 minutes to charge, and it has a flight time of about 6 minutes. So there's a drone. Here's the controller that comes with the drone, and it's just one of these standard controllers, kind of like the controller that comes with the Cheerson CX10. As you can see in the back here, it takes 2 AA batteries. So put that back on, and let's take this drone for a test flight. To turn it on, you simply plug in this little cable right here into the back of it. And there we go, there's a little LED which indicates that it is on. 2 LEDs, a blue one in the front, red in the back. So we put that there. Now to connect it, you simply turn the controller on, put the stick up and down, and now it is connected, as you can see. This drone has a control distance of about 30 meters, which is equivalent to around 90 feet. So that's actually pretty far control distance. It's got some trim buttons as well, right here and right here are the trim buttons on the controller. And this button right here actually makes the drone do a flip. So I'll demonstrate the flipping capabilities of the drone now. So I'm gonna go fly it over here real quick and do a quick flip. And one thing to be noted when you do flips with this drone is that it actually loses a lot of altitude. It loses a lot more altitude than, say, the Cheerson CX10, which would do a flip and usually just lose a couple feet, but this one sometimes falls all the way to the ground, even if you're flying a couple feet high. So just keep that in mind when you're doing flips with this drone. So here we go. You can see it's flying, and we're going to do a flip. You simply hit the button and hit the direction in which you'd like the drone to flip. I think that this one loses a lot of altitude when it does the flip because it's so heavy. I mean, it's carrying these quad props right here. There's 4 blades on each of the props, and there's also prop guards, which constitutes for some weight. The design of the body is probably pretty heavy relative to mini drones. So here we're going to do another flip. There we go, that was a front flip. That one actually wasn't too bad. I mean, if you give it a little juice and you do the flip, it doesn't lose too much altitude. Nice bright blue, makes it hard to get lost. So, oh shoot, crashed it. So now we're going to do a long range demonstration, see how far this thing can go. So I'm just going to set the camera here, and I'm just going to fly it straight out that way as far as it can go. And if it really has a range of 30 meters, that'd be equivalent to around 90 feet. So I'm pretty doubtful that this can actually go that far, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to fly it straight out this way as far as I can go. Keep the controller out here so it's connected. You can still see it out there. I see the little black dot. This actually does have a return to home feature. However, it just flies in the direction from where it took off at. So if you move it all, it's going to fly in the direction it took off at. So you might lose your drone. So you can see we're still going, still have full control over the drone. See it, that little dot way out there. We're still going. Wow, this thing really does have a long range. I've flown a lot of these mini drones and they would have fallen out of the sky at this point. You can still see it on the camera, it appears. So yeah, it does have a really far range. I'm not sure about 30 meters, but it does for sure have a long range. And now we're going to be coming back. High speed, top speed. Here we come. And here it is. So that was a great range for this little drone, especially with the transmitter that they put in this little controller here. It's surprising that it can actually reach that far. And the flight time is around 6 minutes. Takes 30 minutes to charge. I'd say this is a great deal if you're looking for a mini drone, especially for indoor flight, which is what this thing is really made for. That's where this thing really shines, is indoor flight. But I just brought it out here to demonstrate some of the long-range abilities and whatnot. Whew. So this is a great drone for anybody looking to get a smaller drone for indoor flight, or if you're looking for a drone for your kid, this would be a great option. Or if you're looking for a drone that you can crash a lot, this thing is extremely durable. It can take a lot of abuse. Oh, look at that. It can take a lot of abuse. I mean, I've crashed this thing so many times, barely a scrape on it. It also comes with extra propellers too, so if you lose a propeller, it's not that big of a deal. So we're gonna do some acrobatic flying now. I'm gonna try to fly it under that table right there. Right through the gap on that table, under it. Ooh, almost. It is fun. You can take a lot more chances with this than other mini drones that I've flown, just because of these prop guards. Because if I was just doing that right now, and I was flying it under the table, hits this right here, I might have broken a prop with like the Cheerson CX-10, for example, but this thing can really take the abuse. Let's fly it around this tree right there. Really is a blast to fly. Sweet. All right guys, so again, we're gonna try to do some acrobatic flying with this drone. I'm gonna try to fly through that little gap right there in the chairs. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now I'm gonna try to fly it through both arms. Nice. So now we're going to try some high altitude aerobatics with the JJRC H36. See that gap on the top of the pole? I'm going to attempt to fly the drone through that gap. I can position the camera here. Perfect. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Almost crashed it right there. And as you guys can see, this thing can take a lot of abuse, you know, falling from those heights and everything. I mean, I'm not afraid to throw it. And that's mostly just because of these prop guards, which really keep the thing safe. It can hit stuff, it can hit walls. Especially when you're flying indoors, you risk hitting walls, ceilings, that kind of stuff. Great drone for the price. There's some high altitude flying. Look at how high that thing is. Look at that. That's easily 50 feet up there. Oh geez, I better bring it down. Oh, he's coming down quick. Whoa. There it is, unscratched, still perfect, still flies great, even after that big drop. For the price, this might be my favorite mini drone that I've ever flown, and I've flown a lot of these little things. And that's mostly just because it's pretty much indestructible. It can take a lot of abuse. 6-minute flight time, that's acceptable for a drone this size, considering how much weight it carries. And you can get spare batteries for this too. So yeah, the JJRC H36, check it out. All right guys, that wraps up the review of the JJRC H36 mini drone. Be sure to subscribe to Drone Rich for more videos like this. And check out some of our other drone reviews and go to dronerich.com for more drone reviews, news, buying guides, and everything else drone related. I'll see you guys later.